Do you guys think Uma would have also have retired as hard as he did if he auto-qualified into Capcom Cup 11? I'm not going to lie, the auto-qualification for Capcom Cup worries me because it's so much money that you win automatically, and say you auto-qualify and you struggle to maintain your current level, or you win and you struggle to maintain your current level of success. If you go back to Capcom Cup and you lose, you go 0-2 next year, you get $2,500. And if you do pretty good, you get $10,000. It's like, what is the fucking point? Honestly, at that point, this is what I'm talking about. The pricing split needs to change. If you're gonna have that auto qualify, the pricing split needs to change. It's if you make $1 million, I would argue it's a waste of money to try to compete at that point, because if you spend time trying to actually win the money in Capcom Cup and you don't win the next year, then literally you probably would have been better off spending that time looking into investments and other opportunities to invest your capital and make more money. Like, it just literally, you are wasting your financial capital in that sense. Not to say that I don't wish the first place person made $1 million. What I'm saying is, if it's all or nothing, you have no reason to risk the time investment to repeat that feat. Like the time investment needs to make sense. Like, once you start raising the first place prize, if it's so impossible to maintain that and retain the first place position, then you're incentivized to get it once and then get the fuck out. Like, would Uma have not fallen off the face of the earth if he had auto qualified? Only he can answer that. But I would argue the incentives are still not there. It's about pride in defending your cup. Brother, you can't force someone to have pride in this. You can't force someone to have pride. What's Uma doing right now? Some people might not give a fuck, right? Uma doesn't care. You have to structure things in ways to avoid what people should do. Oh, you should have pride and you should participate. You can't make rules and structure events with the incentive of what you should do. It needs to be baked into the format. You can't rely on, like, oh, it would be good for the community and good for the storylines for Uma to... No, you can't have that. You have to make it so that there's an actual tangible incentive in the formats. You can't rely on the goodwill or the hope that players behave in the way that you want. So you're saying either way the winner doesn't care whether they have auto qualifier or not. I'm saying if you win $1 million and then then fifth place gets $10,000 next year, you say, fuck that. Why would I try to win? Because it's too little. It's too little incentive below first place. So unless you literally repeat a win, which is 1 in a billion feet to do, then why would you even waste the time investing in continuing to practice and keep up with the meta? That's the point. The pricing structure is too top-heavy. It's not about the incentive to win or the pride to win. It's about that it's literally a waste of time because it's probably not going to happen. If you already pulled off the impossible feat once, and then if you get close to pulling it off twice, but then you actually get peanuts in return for that, why would you spend the time doing that? Whereas if you pull off first place was 500,000, but then third place next year is 100,000 or something, or 50,000, like, that's a much more... You're not falling off that hard by not winning. So, I don't know. Pricing split is a huge problem.